Hi. You're not going to be able to view this normally. You're a WS. I'm sure you're used to that. Anyway, you see, when you block somebody, but they save your comment, you get a notification. And well, curiosity and mixed with a little anger is going to get the best of you. And here we are again. Not done. Evidence that you're just like any other bully. Been dealing with them since I was 5 years old, and they gave me this hair lip. Split it from my nose to my lip. Young men raised by mediocre men who think volume equals correctness. That intimidation and anger are leadership or fathering. You know, there's this old saying my grandfather used to tell me. The force with which somebody pushes back usually equals the level of correctness you have. I.e., the volume has to be louder than the truth to cover it up. Let's go over it, shall we? Not once have I threatened you, but you've done it several times on several accounts. I don't think you're ready to dance, bud. Let's be honest. Your volume doesn't cover up your inadequacy. You are not the man you once were, nor have you taken care of yourself. You do not have the core strength. You only train ego muscles. This is the face of a man that skips leg day regularly. He's too busy lifting his arm. Yeah, you got a little blitzkrieg booger on your shoulder there. We've confirmed that this is you. We've also confirmed that you've admitted it. That this is the face of the man behind this troll account. That threatened my family. That vows to make me suffer. That his friends are gonna get me. All things loud men say, raised by mediocre, more loud men, trying to cover up the truth with volume. It won't cover up inadequacy. Usually said by the cheerleading mid-boss, by the real boss. Saw Beli's feelings of inadequacy. Sorry. Work on it. Been dealing with people like you all my life. Been dealing with people like you and other people's lives all my life. It's a joke. I find it funny. That's why I always laugh in people's faces like you. Usually quiet before then, but this is the internet. Your lack of mobility and inability to even touch your toes quickly tells me otherwise. Your constant ego lifting is basically your whole personality personified. How you other people, so you don't have to feel so small. I pity the son, being raised by a mediocre man that thinks volume equals correctness. Intimidation and threats is no replacement for honor or integrity. You would have learned that if you would have made it through your time in the Marine Corps. You hide the facts that you can't do pull-ups, simple body weight exercise, never do any counter-rotational movements. Gotta focus on what makes you feel powerful. You got your arms. You got that going for you. But just like your functionality of the movement, it's poor. I doubt you could run a mile anymore. Your posture's bad, which belies a weak lower lumbar. You'd be lucky if you could go 1 round, let alone 12. I'm just telling you things you should be able to tell yourself in face like a man. Something your father should have taught you to do. Deficiencies can be worked on and improved, but not if your face and whole personality is literally what is in the dictionary of a deficiency. And because you can't face this, you make this the world's problem, Norse Talk's problem, my kids' problem. I don't know. Frankly, I don't think you're being loud enough because I can see right through you. You're no different than every idiot that's ever walked into an open mat full of ego and piss and gets drug all over the floor. One-dimensional movements in the gym does not a fighter make. This is as one-dimensional as it gets, bro. Fear is what you want to be known for, how you want to lead, raise your family with, conduct your friendships with. Been dealing with people like you my whole life. But you want to know the great thing about being a paratrooper? You have to be pretty fearless. Maybe a little dumb. Yeah. So as we proceed, me only responding to you. If you want to be correct, you gotta be louder to match my fearlessness. Any fighter of any discipline would recognize you for what you are. Soon to be sweat stain on the mat that doesn't realize it's gassed out yet. If throwing only haymakers were a personality, And people like this are usually the most scared people on the planet. You are not worth my time. You and I both know this. Loud intimidations will accomplish nothing. But hey, you were just wondering, right? Thought I'd get back to you. I thought you could do this all day. Learning to identify the strengths and weaknesses of an opponent is an acquired skill in the ring. Fight psychology as well. You know you've mastered it when you can do it at a glance in everyday life. You've provided me with all the evidence I need in that regard, and evidence for the whole internet, and different levels of authorities to different people. I just wanted to stop by and say, you've done this to yourself. I've used your volume against you, and preemptively, you can't make this my fault. The blame lies with you, as usual, as taught to you by your father. Good luck with that, my little struggle buddy. You reap what you sow, and it's quite literally harvest season. Been dealing with people like you all my life. And the reason I am the way that I am are because of people like you since I was 5 years old. Why I'm raising my children differently, and why I am always ready to defend myself. I just don't need to be loud about it. People like you taught me to outlife my bullies, to always stand against them, because they're usually powerless, but loud. When angered, they make mistakes. So make the whole world laugh at a bully. So since you were wondering, I'm doing nothing but laugh at you. Ah-cha-cha-cha-cha.